Hi, I'm Chef Gail Sokol and welcome to my kitchen. So today is all about pumpkin, all about the harvest, all about the holidays. We're making basically a simple pumpkin cream tart. And I had made a pumpkin pastry cream a few videos ago that you can use for so many different things, not to mention just eating it by itself with a little dollop of whipped cream. And here is another way to use it. So we're going to make a crumb crust. We're going to put the pumpkin pastry cream on that baked crumb crust and top it with lots of whipped cream. So hence the name pumpkin cream tart. It's a little variation on the pumpkin pie. Sometimes people get, it's a little like mundane. They want something a little different. And this is very different. And this is delicious. But before we get started, I want you to click that notification button because I want you to become a subscriber. I don't want you to miss any of my tips or videos because they're pretty cool. And I like having you in my kitchen with me. It's a pleasure. So, pumpkin cream tart, super easy, and a little fancier than the regular pumpkin pie. I have preheated my oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and I have sprayed a 10-inch false bottom tart pan that's fluted, or you could even just use a pie pan, a 10-inch one, or even a 9-inch if you don't have a 10-inch. I put it on a foil-lined sheet pan, but I've sprayed it with nonstick cooking spray, okay? Because even though there's butter in the crust, I still want it to come out. And I'm a gal that likes to pay up their insurance and make sure that my cake comes out of the pans or my tart comes out of the pan. So here I have a little bit different than the graham cracker crust. These are Biscoff cookies, and I know many of you have tried them. They have a little, a little caramelized flavor. It's almost like a little zhuzhed up graham cracker. I really like them. So this is 32 Biscoff cookies that I have crushed in the food processor, pulverized them till they're really finely ground. And then I've taken 2 tablespoons out of this mixture and put it in a separate little bowl for later, because we're going to sprinkle them on top of the whipped cream just to give everyone a little heads up of what's in it. So 2 cups right here and 5 tablespoons of melted unsalted butter. And I'm going to add the butter until it gets to sort of like you're at the beach and you're making, a castle, a little sand castle, and you want things a little like wet sandy looking. So we're just going to mix that in. Sometimes I use 4 tablespoons, sometimes I use 5. Biscoff cookies are very buttery in and of themselves, but we're looking for something like wet sand, all right? Like we're going to the beach and we're going to build that sand castle, but we're going to build something better. So we're going to coat all the crumbs with the butter. And then, and you can see it's like packable, right? It's like packable wet sand. And we're going to put it into our sprayed pan, the whole thing, all right? And I have a few helper tools. I have some offset spatula, and I also have a solid measuring cup, or you could even use the bottom of a glass, whatever you like to do. And you are going to sort of move these around, okay? I love a thick crust, okay? Don't take my crust away from me. I love a thick crust. And we're going the bottom and up the sides, and I'm just using whatever I can. Do not grease or spray oil or nonstick cooking spray on anything that you're going to use to push up on this. You can use your hands. You can use whatever you want, but it will stick to anything. And if you use a solid measuring cup, it actually helps create like a rounded edge, and that will actually be helpful in slicing because the edge doesn't go really, like a thin edge against the side. It actually creates this, you can see like this rounded edge. It's actually a little bit better for slicing. So I'm just I went flat on the bottom and then I'm going around with my solid measuring cup or my glass, and I'm just pushing in. And if you make any, you see any bare spots, just fill them in. because we have enough crumbs that we are not going to run out of crumbs. But we do want the sides to be ample. All right, we're gonna get the bottom of that. All right, but we do want the sides to be ample because we have our pumpkin pastry cream. Like I said, it's on a previous video that I just made a few videos ago. You can look that up, and the link will be in this recipe. So don't worry, on my website, chefgailsokol.com, and it will be available to everybody. So we're just going to go around and make it as neat as possible. Again, make sure you preheat your oven to 350. If you see any bare spots, we're just going to push and make sure that everything is covered. All right. I'm going to go back to this one. I have various tools that I use to get what I want. All right. Your hands are also good tools too, but I want to get that little extra edge so that it really does make a nice cut. There we go. All right. So we're just going to, I'm using everything. Hands, solid measuring cups, everything. And I want to go up high on the edges. So these crumbs and the butter go so nicely together that they actually are very easy to push. So I am going to give this 10 to 12 minutes in the oven, 350 degrees Fahrenheit. It's not going to change color. You're just going to give it 10 to 12 minutes. So whatever, if you like a little toastier, give it 12. If you don't, give it 10. I like to give it 12. And then you're going to take it out and you're going to get it nice and cooled before we put in our cold pastry cream, because you never want to put in a cold pastry cream into a warm crust because it'll sort of melt it right down. All right, so 10 to 12 minutes in my 350 degrees Fahrenheit oven. I'll see you back. So my beautiful crumb crust just came out of the oven a while ago. It is now cool to the touch. You cannot put a pastry cream or custard or anything in a hot crust, especially with whipped cream. So we have about 2.5 cups, which is a little more, tiny bit more than a half of recipe of my pumpkin pastry cream that I have chilled here. And that's right here. And then I have 2.5 cups of whipped cream that I put half a cup of confectioner's sugar and a little bit of vanilla in there. The recipe is in the recipe for the pumpkin cream tart. And I have our reserved Biscoff cookie crumbs and a little something to put on top, which is a little extra pumpkin pie spice that will just sprinkle on top and dust. All right, so we're gonna put as long as we know that our crust is cold, we're gonna put our filling inside. Okay, you don't want to do too much, but you want to do enough. Let me see. And depending on how thick you made your crumb crust will determine how much filling you will need. So I'm just going to rotate it, and I have an offset spatula. You just don't want to move it around too much because I don't want to lose the crust off the sides. Once it clings to the pumpkin pastry cream and whipped cream, it should be fine. Okay, so we're just gonna even it out, which is really nice right there. Okay, and then I'm gonna take my whipped cream and I'm just going to, and I always whip it to stiff peaks. And I'm just gonna dollop it. And make it nice and fluffy and high. Okay. And just sort of. And then this would have to chill, okay, for a couple hours before you would serve it, just to make sure everybody is, you know, the flavors are blending a little bit and everything gets nice and jiggy together. So just swirl it, make it look real pretty. Okay, I think that looks really, really nice. And now I'm going to take my Biscoff crumbs, the 2 tablespoons that we had left over. I'm just going to sprinkle. Makes it look nice, a nice contrast. And it also lets you know sort of what's inside. What's the theme of this tart? So we know we got the Biscoff crumbs represented. And then we're going to do our pumpkin pie spice. I have 1/4 teaspoon of pumpkin pie spice that I'm going to put in my little sieve. And I'm just going to dust. Just around a little, not a lot. Just so you get the flavor profile of what you're serving. All right? And there you have it. I am going to put this in my refrigerator to chill out, and then we will do the big reveal after it's chilled. But I hope you see that big reveal on Instagram. I hope you become a subscriber, and I hope you make this pumpkin cream tart. It's awesome. Until next time.